Right, Kibber, Monday morning, 28th of Feb, last day of Feb. Come out and try and get ourselves a nice big girl. You know, just because that's where I live and I can do it. I managed to get myself some Weedless jig heads. This is a Jigman jig head, an Australian company, available through the lads at reelitin.com.au. So I've gone with one of their Bitcoin 100mm flip shads as the first off the rank. Yeah, and I'm kind of vibed to see how this you know, stands up amongst all of this weed that we're seeing in the lake due to all of this fresh water and warm weather, warm water temp, all that sort of stuff. So I've put it on. I'm thinking it seems okay. I'm just going to tuck that tip of that hook into the top of the lure, so as to just sort of keep it tucked away there, and then when a fish comes and grabs it, obviously that hook gets released and does its job. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we go today, be able to sort of throw up into the weed a little more. So without further ado, because it is perfect, as you can see, they'll come up slightly off the deck and have a go at it, and you can feel that it's like a little knock on the lure, and then you set that hook and bingo, you're on. But other times truly it feels like it's a bloody snag, and then all of a sudden that snag starts to pull back. They're the good fish, they're the big fish that I love to catch, because you know that when it... Oh, there's one, oh, he's a nice fish too. Oh, gotta let the drag off a bit. See, now he took that, beautiful, he took that off the on the drop, I reckon. I'll have to look back at the video. God, he's got some nice weight to it, this fish, and looks like I've set it all right too. Beautiful gibber. I'm just going to let that slowly but surely tire itself out a bit so as to not work it too hard. But yeah, it feels like a pretty good fish. Oh yeah. It feels like a really nice fish. That's good work, Gib. Top bloody work, that. I haven't even seen the leader yet and it's still having a go, so... Oh, I've actually foul hooked it. And it's exactly where those little spikes are. And I tell you what, they bloody hurt. I better put a glove on, I think. That's what I'm going to do, Gib. Okay. So, I've got that out. And as you can see, that's how it, just get that fish into the water and get him turned up the right way. There you go, beautiful. That is the first time using one of those Bitcoins on the weedless jigs that I've got a fish. There it is, Bitcoin. First fish of the day there, Gibbo. Alright. There you go, darling. Beautiful. Beautiful Gib. Still looks in good nick, this lure, after already catching a fish. And I don't mind having a little bit of weight on it. I know a lot of people fish these weedless jig heads weightless, you know, as in without any lead on it, extra lead. And I guess that makes for a slower fall of the lure, which, you know, in all honesty is probably a better way of fishing them. But of course that makes for a shorter cast, and because I don't have an electric motor, I like to be able to cast out as far as I possibly can from the boat. If I did have an electric motor and I could slowly work my way up this bank here, I probably would go a much lighter jig head, because you're obviously not having to cast as far. You're kind of moving towards the fish, or you can move the boat a lot easier. For me, I anchor up, so I like to be able to sort of, you know, work an area of about 30 or 40 metres around the boat. Yeah, there's another one. Oh, that was a bite too. Come on, have a go. Come on, come back. Yep, it did. It did come back. Beautiful. Now, don't know how big it is. It's not real. Oh, hello. It's woken up now. That is a nice fish. That's a nice fish. That had a real good tug just then, Gib. Gonna let that drag off. Oh yeah, beautiful. This is a nice fish. Again, just got to keep the pressure on. Oh, this feels like a heavy, heavy fish. This is what we're after today, Gib. Beautiful. I want to keep it away from my anchor rope. Oh, this is a nice fish, Gibber. I don't know what it is. Oh, if it's a flatty, it's a good sized fish. I'll give it that. Has it woken up? I don't know if it's seen the boat yet. Gee, this is fun. Again, not so much for the fish. Oh yeah, it's a nice flatty. If you can see that. It's well hooked though. Just going to slowly get it. Oh, it's got plenty of energy left. I don't want to keep the pressure on it here. We might have to get the brag mat out for this one there, Gib. Come on, darling. That had some nice energy to it, that fish. Look at that, that's a beauty. My guess is it's in the early, oh God, I don't know, late 50s maybe. And that lure has just come out, which is the importance of keeping the pressure on these fish, because a lot of the time, even though you've nicely in the corner of the mouth, the fact is that they're not gut hooked, so you are just relying on that little corner pin. Sorry, I'm back here for a minute. Look at that. That is a beautiful looking fish. They really are great looking fish, the old flatties. Fish, but my guess is that that's in the 50s. Okay. There you go. What do I call it? 52 or 53. And there it is, a 54. I won't bother taking a photo of it. She's raring to go. Oh yeah, she's biting down all right. And there she goes. Alrighty, just a quick check-up of that lure. Same lure I put on this morning, and 2 fish in, and it still looks in good nick on that Jigman Weedless jig head. Again, you can get these things through the Reel It In website. I don't know if you can hear that. They're seagulls. There's 2 of them sitting in that tree just over here. They're kind of sounding a warning to those fellas who just came near them, to let them know they're there. There's a fish. Beautiful. There's another. Oh, I just dropped him. Come on, come back to it. That's a bummer. That's because I didn't have that drag set tight enough there, Gib. So again, these lures move beautifully through the water. They got that paddle tail kind of back end on them, whereas this one's quite a dark lure, so I guess it looks more like a pilchard. But it's got that beautiful gold fleck in the belly of it. Weedless jig head from Jigman, and a nice enticing kind of look for the fish to have a go at. Okay, so I figured I've given that one lure that I put on this morning a pretty good going over, so I've just retied this onto a nice bit of 10-pound braid, 10-pound leader, sorry. I'm on an 8-pound braid, 10-pound leader, so this is the hook. You can see it's got a weight down the belly here, and this, I think they call this a jaw hook or something like that. So I'm going to throw another one of these good looking Bitcoin lures onto it, brand new, nice and stretchy and in good nick. So my process for this, I think, is right, but of course, being not a fisherman full time, I've got really no idea. I'm just doing whatever works. So I kind of go straight in here, which is, you know, the top of the head, and then wind that all the way around through that weight, and then turn the whole lure around. From that point on, you can kind of just see where that hook is meant to come out of the back, and so I just go into that area that it is cut for that lure, and then just do my best to come out through the center of the back of it, like so, which I've messed up a little bit, and that's it. So that now then just sits like so, and the weed just comes across the top of it. I have been tucking that just like that into the top of the lure, so the weed really does spill across the top, and then when the fish bite it, it kind of opens up. That's the way I've been going about it on these Jigman jig heads. I hope I'm doing it justice. They look great, these lures. Look at that sparkle there, especially in the sun. Alright, so I'm going to go back in now and see whether we can't get another fish. And I haven't, because it's someone else's fucking line. Oh God, really? Come on, people. Shit. What if that was at a bloody, you know, and a bird or something? Come on. Well, I'm glad I caught that, I've got to tell you, because that floating around our bloody lake is just unacceptable. Shit. What if that was around a fucking bird's neck or something? Jeepers. Don't just leave your bloody line on the bottom of the lake. Come on. Fuck me. You know, I would rather have caught that now than I would have a flatty. That is just bullshit. Don't leave that shit lying around, people. Come on. Fuck me. So being one to never want to pass up an opportunity, on my way in I figured I'm set up weedless. I've never really been able to fish this area because it is so full of weed, and I guess I'm interested in just taking the opportunity to try and fish this area now that I have this weedless setup going on. So I've just figured out that if you just feed the tip of the hook through a tiny little sort of slither of that plastic, the top of the plastic, it keeps it really tight, and but the actual point of the hook still is through the back of the fish or exposed. Yeah, it's just a nice way of keeping it nice and neat and tight to that lure, but also whilst keeping that you know, the tip or the point of that hook exposed for a really good hook set. Alright, I got onto something nice here. It's a nice little flatty. Oh yeah, settle down, darling. Come on now. Nice way to finish the day. I'm hoping that I'm recording here. Oh, it's got some bloody attitude, this thing, that's for sure. I don't know how big it is. I may have I may have foul hooked it again, but oh no, it's a nice fish. Oh, just gotta let this drag down a bit. Typical, just as I'm about to run out of memory too here, you know. It's a nice fish on the Weedless. On the Weedless old Bitcoin. Ooh, it doesn't want to come up. Jeez, just as I'm running out of memory. I'll just let it play around with it and try and tire it out. And then I'll get this net out and have a bit of a look-see. Okay, so I've just run out of memory. Typical timing, but there you go, that old Bitcoin on the Weedless did the job. It's a nice sized fish, certainly had some attitude. Just get that lure out of the net. There it is. That's what did the damage. That's what I've been using all day. It could have a beautiful fight. But I'm going to let her go. Beautiful gib. That's a nice way to end the day. Watch her swim off. Beautiful. Ah, job done. That's a good vibe. Alright, I'm out of here. Good little session there, Gibbo. Rightio, let's go get something to eat.